Hi everyone, welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learn Easy channel. Today we are going to discuss a concept known as rational numbers and their decimal expansions. How we are going to express the given rational number in a decimal expansion. A rational number may be a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Okay, we know that. See we know that decimals are expressed in mainly two ways. First one is terminating decimals. And the second one is non-terminating decimals. Okay, see in terminating decimals we know the examples 2.35, 0.776, okay, 11.81 like that. So all these are terminating decimals. Okay, why we are going to name them as terminating decimals means see after decimal it is going to end up. Okay, so it is known as terminating decimal. Coming to this non-terminating decimals, again these are of two types. Those are non-terminating recurring and non-terminating non-recurring. Non-terminating recurring. And here non-terminating non-recurring. Okay, that means these non-terminating recurring decimals are like 1.35 bar or 11.333 so on. This can be expressed as 11.3 bar. Okay, na? Like that. Okay, this type of decimals are known as non-terminating recurring decimals. Coming to this non-terminating non-recurring, 0.123578 and we don't know, okay now, what are the digits are going to occur. So that is why 0.123578 so on. It will continue. Okay, next 10.08051768 like that. Okay now, all such type of decimals are the examples of non-terminating non-recurring. Why? Because see, after decimal there is no value reoccurs and it is not going to be terminate also. We know how to convert the terminating decimals into P by Q form, and also we know how to convert the non-terminating recurring decimals into P by Q form, and these non-terminating non-recurring decimals are not converted into P by Q form. Okay, so these are known as irrational numbers. These are known as irrational numbers. Okay, Nama? So only these terminating decimals and non-terminating recurring decimals are converted into P by Q form, and these non-terminating non-recurring decimals are not converted into P by Q form because those are not terminates. That means we don't know how to convert them into P by Q form. We know Sima here this terminating decimal, for example 2.35, this can be expressed as 235 by 100, and coming to this 1.35 bar, we know we have to find the period and periodicity of the given non-terminating recurring decimal. Then after we have to convert the given decimal into P by Q form. Okay, we learned all these procedures. Coming to this non-terminating non-recurring decimals, we don't have the period and periodicity of the given non-terminating non-recurring decimals. Because of that we cannot convert that into P by Q form. That means only the decimals which are in the form of terminating or non-terminating recurring only can be converted into the form of rational numbers. Okay, now we are going to learn how to justify or how to conclude by seeing the given rational number whether it is terminating rational number or non-terminating recurring rational number. Understand ma? Now see ma, rational numbers and their decimal expansions we are going to discuss. Okay, now for that, firstly we are going to observe some examples ma. See 0.375, we know that it can be expressed in the form of 375 by 1000, and now I am going to prime factorize this 375. This 375 is going to be prime factorized as 3 into 5 cube. Okay, if you don't know, just prime factorize that. 1000 means we know 2 cube into 5 cube. Why? Because 10 is 2 into 5, 100 is 2 square into 5 square, and 1000 is 2 cube into 5 cube. Here the 5 cubes are going to be cancel out one another. Then the remaining value is 3 by 2 cube. Similarly, 1.04 means 104 by 100, and we know that 104 means 13 8z, so it can be expressed as 2 cube into 13 by 100 means 2 square into 5 square. So here again these two 2's cancel with the 2 2's of the 2 cube, then 2 into 13 by 5 square left. Now here 0.0875 can be expressed as 875 by 10,000, and we know this 875 is nothing but 125 7 germa. So 125 means 5 cube into 7 by 2 power of 4 into 5 power of 4. Here this 5 cube cancels with 3 5's of this 5 power of 4 ma. Okay, now then 7 by 2 power of 4 into 5 left. 12.5 means 125 by 10. 125 means 5 cube by 2 into 5. This is 5 cube by 2 into 5 ma. So here 1 5 and here 1 5 is going to be cancelled, then 5 square left here, 5 square by 2. Okay, now by observing all these terminating decimals, see ma, every terminating decimal has its denominator as powers of 2 or powers of 5 or both 2 and 5 ma. So that means every terminating decimal, okay, now can be expressed as a rational number whose denominator is going to be expressed as the powers of 2 or 5 or both. That is our observation that we have to write. By the above, any real number which has a decimal expansion that terminates can be expressed as a rational number, okay, now whose denominator is a power of 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5 ma. Clear ma? So by this we are going to know any terminating decimal can be expressed as a rational number whose denominator is going to be expressed as the powers of 2 or 5 or both. Okay, this is a very important theorem. By this observation we are going to define it. Understand ma? See ma, here one do this. Write the following terminating decimals in the form of p by q, where p, q are real numbers and q not equal to 0. That is, what can you conclude about the denominators through this process is asking. Firstly, see ma, the first decimal expansion is 15.265. Okay, that can be expressed as, see ma, 15,265 by 1000. Why? Because after decimal I have 3 digits, so I have to write denominator as 1000. So by dividing it with 5, I am going to obtain 3053 by 200, and this 200 can be prime factorized as 2 cube into 5 square. Similarly, 0.1255 can be expressed as 1255 by 10,000, and by dividing it with 5, I am going to obtain 251 by 2000, and this 251 by 2000 can be prime factorized as 2 power of 4 into 5 cube. Similarly, 0.44 by 10, that is 2 by 5 ma. 23.34. So 2334 by 100. That can be divided with 2 and expressed as 1167 by 50. And this 50 can be prime factorized as 2 into 5 square. So 1215.8 is equal to 12,158 by 10, and by dividing it with 2, 6079 by 5. Okay now, just see all these terminating decimal expansions are expressed as rational numbers with its denominators as the powers of 2 or the powers of 5 or both 2 and 5 ma. So that is our conclusion. By the above, any real number which has a decimal expansion that terminates can be expressed as a rational number, okay, now whose denominator is a power of 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5. Understand ma? See ma theorem. Let x be any terminating decimal expansion ma, and that terminating decimal expansion can be expressed as p by q, okay na, where that p comma q are co-primes and q is in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m for some values m comma n. Those are non-negative integers. This is for the examples which we discussed earlier. Now see, we are going to check whether the given rational number is a terminating decimal expansion or not by following some procedures. Firstly, write the given rational numbers. 25 by 2. Prime factorize both numerator and denominator. 5 square by 2 here. Okay, see. Here this denominator is having only power 2. According to the discussion, it must be expressed in the form of a decimal. Why? Because if its denominator is in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m, then that can be expressed as a decimal expansion. Okay, now without doing actual division, how can I express the decimal expansion means, see ma, in the denominator I have only 2. I have to convert the denominators into the powers of 10, then it is easy to us to express the given rational number in the decimal expansion. See, that is why here I have only 2. To convert the denominator 2 into 10, I have to multiply it with 5. Okay, so I multiplied both numerator and denominator with 5 ma. Then it becomes 5 cube by 2 into 5. 5 cube means we know 125. 2 into 5 means 10. So 125 by 10 means 12.5. Similarly, 26 by 25. Okay, this 26 can be expressed as 13 into 2 and 25 can be expressed as 5 square. So see, here the denominator is 5 square. To convert the denominator into the powers of 10, okay now, I have to multiply it with 2 square. Why? Because 1, 2 and 5 gives 10. So 2 5s I have. So I have to arrange 2 2's here. So 5 square into 2 square gives us 100. So I am going to multiply both numerator and denominator with 2 square. So 13 into 2 square means 13 8s are, that is 104 by 100. That can be expressed as 1.04. By this, okay now, to make any rational number as a decimal expansion, we have to convert the rational number of the form phi by q, okay now, where that q is in the form of some 2 power of n into 5 power of m, okay now, is converted into an equivalent rational number of the form sum a by b. See ma, I just converted this p by q into a rational number which is equivalent to the same value as 125 by 10. Okay na? So by that we are going to express the given rational number in the decimal expansion without doing actual division. Similarly, here 26 by 25 is in the form of p by q. This p by q is going to be converted into an equivalent rational number a by b to express it in the form of a decimal, that is 1.04. Understand ma? This is the procedure we have to follow to convert the given rational number into a decimal without doing actual division ma. That means see ma, any rational number whose denominator is in the form of 2 power of something into 5 power of something can be expressed as decimal expansion by the theorem. Okay, and its converse is also true ma. Any decimal expansion can be expressed as a rational number whose denominator is in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m. Okay, our conclusion is that if any rational number is having its denominator as 2 power of n into 5 power of m, then it can be converted into a decimal expansion, and if it is a decimal expansion, that means terminating decimal, then that can be expressed as a rational number p by q where its denominator is in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m. That is our next theorem we are going to discuss. Understand ma? Now see ma, according to the examples which were discussed earlier, a rational number which is in the form of p by q, and the prime factorization of the q if in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m, then that particular rational number is going to be expressed as a terminating rational number. Okay, we discussed such type of examples earlier. Okay, it depends on the observation of all those examples. Now we are going to define one theorem, that is Sima. Let x is equal to p by q be a rational number, okay na, such that the prime factorization of the denominator q is in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m, then that particular rational number is going to indicate a terminating decimal expansion. Understand ma? Now see ma, do this. Write the following rational numbers in the form of p by q, where the q is of the form 2 power of n into 5 power of m, where n and m are non-negative integers, and then he is asking us to write the numbers in the decimal form. First see ma, 3 by 4 is the first question. Now I am going to prime factorize both numerator and denominator here. The numerator is prime number only, so just prime factorize the denominator. That 4 can be expressed as 2 square. Okay na? Now I have to express the q in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m. Now I have to express this denominator 2 square into the form of 2 power of something into 5 power of something. Okay na? So here 2 power of 2, here the 5 power of something is 5 power of 0. Okay, so the first question is completed. Just we expressed the denominator into the form of 2 power of something into 5 power of something. And the second question here is we have to express this value into a decimal. For that, see ma, here I am having 2 2's but 0 5's I am having. So I have to equalize both 2's and 5's. That means I have to pair up each 2 and 5 ma. So that is why here I am having 2 2's. So I have to pair those 2's no. So I am going to multiply the given rational number with 5 square and divide with the 5 square. So 3 into 5 square by 2 square into 5 square. That is going to be 3 into 25 by 2 square into 5 square. We know 3 into 25 means 75. We know that 2 square into 5 square gives us 100. So that is nothing but 0.75. Again see 7 by 25. Prime factor is both numerator and denominator. 7 by 5 square it is. Now here the denominator is in the form of 2 power of 0 into 5 power of 2. So first question is finished. Coming to that next question, I have to express it into the form of a decimal. So I have to multiply the given rational number with 2 square and divide with the same 2 square. Why? Because I have to pair up both 2's and 5's. Okay, so 7 into 2 square means 4 by 5 square into 2 square, that gives us 100. So 7 4's are we know 28 by 100, that is nothing but 0.28. Now here I have to prime factorize both numerator and denominator. The numerator is 51, that is 3 into 17. Once see there. Okay, 64 means 2 power of 6. See ma, here the denominator is in the form of 2 power of 6 into 5 power of 0. So first question here is finished. Now I have to express this into a decimal no. That is why I have to pair up 2's and 5's. So here I am having 6 times 2. Okay, so see ma, 3 into 17 into 5 power of 6 by 2 power of 6 into 5 power of 6. That is nothing but 51 into 5 power of 6 means 15,625 by see ma, 2 into 5 gives 10, 2 square into 5 square gives 100, 2 cube into 5 cube gives 1000. Similarly 2 power of 6 into 5 power of 6 gives, see ma, 6 zeros we have to assign besides that one. So see, then the product of these two is again 7,96,875 by, okay, one besides 6 zeros. Okay, its value is 0.796875. Now coming to this fourth question, 14 by 25 means 2 into 7 by 5 square. Here the denominator is in the form of 5 square into 2 power of 0. So to express this into a decimal, I have to multiply with 2 square and divide with the 2 square. Okay na? So 14 4s are 56 by 5 square into 2 square gives us 100. That is nothing but 0.56. Similarly 8 by 100 means 0 and 0 are going to be cancelled. 8 by 10, that is 8 by 10 means it is in the form of 8 by 2 into 5. First question here is finished. and here the 2 and 5s are already paired. No need to multiply with anything. Okay, so 8 by 10 means 0.8. I hope you understand. See ma, do this. Write the following rational numbers as decimal form and find out the block of repeating digits in the quotient is asking. Firstly see, 1 by 3 he gave. So we have to divide 1 with 3 ma. So see, 3 cannot divide 1. So write decimal. Okay, then it becomes 10. So 3 3s are 9. So 1. As we have decimal, 1 0 can be placed besides that 1. So again 3 3s are 9. 1. Okay na, 0. 3 3s are. It is going to be continue endless. So here the quotient is going to be expressed as 0.3 bar. Here the repeating block here is only 3. So the repeating block is known as period. Okay, here the period is 3. The periodicity means the number of digits in the block. In the block how many digits I have? 1. That is known as periodicity. Here period is 3. Periodicity is 1 more. Okay. Similarly we are going to solve the remaining questions. Sima. Second question. 2 by 7. I am going to divide 2 with 7 more. So I cannot divide 2 with 7. So I am going to keep decimal in the quotient. So this 2 becomes 20. So 7 2s are 14. Again the carrying value is 6. As I am having decimal, I am going to place 0 beside that 6. So 60. 7 8s are 56. 4 carrying. So 7 5s are 35. Again 50. 7 7s are 49. 1 left. Okay. As we have decimal, so I may place 0. Then this becomes 10. 7 1s are 7. So 30. 7 4s are 28. 2. Again we reached the same point. Okay, again the same values are going to be repeated. That is why 0.285714 is going to be repeated again and again endlessly. So the here repeating block is 285714. This repeating block is known as period. The period is 2,85,714. Here the periodicity is 6. Why? Because 6 digits under the block. Okay, now next third question, 5 by 11. I am going to divide that 5 with 11. Okay, now as we know that 5 cannot be divided with 11, I am going to place a decimal in the quotient. Okay, now then that 5 becomes 50. So 11 4s are 44. 6 left. 60 it is now. So 11 5s are 55. Again 5 left. That means we reached the same point again. So that will be repeated again and again. That is why that 5 by 11 can be expressed as 0.45 bar. Here the period is 45 and the periodicity is 2 because under the block we are having 2 digits. Okay. Yes, see my fourth question. 10 by 13. So I am going to divide that 10 with 13. So by dividing this I am going to obtain 0.769230 as the repeating block. Why? Because see, by doing the division I obtain 1 at some place. Okay, now that means I reach to the same point again. That means we are going to continue the division again and again. Okay, now so here the repeating block is 7,69,230 and that is known as period. Here the periodicity is 6. Okay, Nama. Now see, by observing these examples, we came into one conclusion. Okay, that is, if the denominator is not expressed in the form of 2 power of something, 2 power of n into 5 power of m, then that cannot be expressed as a terminating decimal. Okay, na? That means the rational number whose denominator cannot be expressed in the form of 2 power of n into 5 power of m is going to produce a non-terminating recurring decimal. Okay, by these examples, now we are going to derive or define one theorem. Okay, Nama? Simada theorem. Let x is equal to p by q be a rational number such that the prime factorization of q is not of the form, okay, now not of the form 2 power of n into 5 power of m, okay, now where n and m are non-negative integers, then x has a decimal expansion which is non-terminating repeating, that is non-terminating recurring. Understand ma? So with this theorem we are going to conclude that the decimal form of every rational number. Okay na, either it is terminating or non-terminating repeating, because the non-terminating non-repeating are not going to be expressed into the form of p by q. Okay na, only terminating or non-terminating repeating decimals are going to be expressed into the form of p by q. So the rational numbers which are in the p by q are also maybe either terminating or non-terminating repeating. Understand?